My mom, I hope a lot of you have good mothers. My mother, how would I describe my mom? Moms are amazing. My mom, oh God, what would I say? Diabolical Joker level supervillain, pretty much. Manic depressive schizophrenic, 185 IQ, spoke 4 languages, played concert piano, and shot and killed her 3rd husband. She was a Renaissance woman. But when you're a kid, you don't know you have bad parents. They're just your parents. I remember when I was little walking around just like, how come there's no other kids are playing Hot Wheels with me at the Whiskey River Saloon at midnight? Why? I used to go to bars with my mom when I was little, when I was 4. I mean, I didn't go with her, she took me. I was like, yo, Mom, I'm 4, it's 10:30, where's the party up in this piece? What are we doing? I need to get my apple juice swerve on, can we go? Mom took me to bars with her because babysitters cost 3 drinks an hour. And she needed that 4th Harvey Wallbanger, goddammit. Which, by the way, is an old drink name I've been hearing my whole life, Harvey Wallbanger. I didn't figure out what it meant till I wrote this show. Harvey Wallbanger means you drink it and you bang off the walls. I don't think we should name drinks after what they do. Can I get a Harvey Wallbanger? She's gonna have a puke in my car later. Now, Mom and I were living here in North Hollywood at the time. North Hollywood, as you guys know, is a lot like Hollywood, except there's no money, mansions, or actors. A lot of Latinos live there. You could call it Hola-wood. And ironically, like Hollywood, there's a lot of Oscars. Ah, yes. It's not racist if it worked here. And she would take me to these crappy cinder block bars that dot the San Fernando Valley. You guys in the bars, like these bars are all around with no windows to keep out the light and the hope. People drinking from 10:30 in the morning, just praying to God their lottery ticket hits so they can afford that stolen tourist replacement liver from Venezuela. And I'm in a bar, I'm 4 years old, and nobody cared because my mom was super hot. So, my future uncles... that's the California screwed up that I love so much. My future uncles overlooked it. And these guys would be hitting on my mom, and to keep me distracted, they would just give me Coca-Colas one after the other. Because it's easy to control a toddler at midnight when it's in a sugar coma. They would also pack the Cokes with bar cherries. Bar cherries. Have bar cherries as a kid? Wasn't that awesome? Yeah. Yeah. That is not fruit! Bar cherries were invented in a lab at Dow Chemical. That's where they came. There is no fruit the color of a horny baboon's ass. It has never happened. With that red dye number 11 that it caused tumors in cinder block. There should be a class action suit for those who had to eat bar cherries as a kid. Hi, did you have a lot of bar cherries as a child? To this day, do you crap fuchsia? Do you see dragons when you sleep? Well, you could be entitled to compensation. Call the Bar Cherry hotline at 1-800-CAMP Lejeune. Yeah, I watch TV too, yeah. So we're in the bar one night. There was a band in the corner. It wasn't really a band. It was a guy with an electric guitar, a guy with a snare drum, a guy with a tambourine, and a guy with a tambourine. And the tambourine battles were epic. And the band goes to take its band break, so Mom left with Uncle Guitarist to have a naked meeting in his office or Pontiac Firebird. Now, and I'm a little kid and I see an empty drum kit. I'm like, I'm gonna work on that solo from my Alvin and the Chipmunks album. And I sit down at the drums and I look back on this day. Everybody in that bar was in there drinking hard to forget their children. And I'm in the corner, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. And nobody killed me. That's how hot my mom was. But after about 20 minutes, I got up to go find my mom. Like most 4-year-olds in a bar at midnight. And I walked out the front door of the bar into Victory Boulevard. As you guys know, Victory Boulevard is very ironically named. No one's ever had a victory on Victory Boulevard. A lot of victims, no victories. That's a local. And I just start walking into the barrio, and I'm white now. When I was a kid, I looked like I was Irish, German, and snowman. And And I get picked up by the LAPD. And they knew I was lost. They didn't think I was turning tricks or anything. I mean, unless I was a prodigy. And my lips were red from the bar cherries. That joke's dedicated to the Boy Scouts of America and the Catholic Church. And the cops are freaked. They're like, what are you doing out here? Why do you smell like vodka? I go, that's what's in a Harvey Wallbanger. And they put me in the back of the car and we start looking for Mom. We come around the block like 4 times. Mom is standing in front of the bar, panicked, because she knows damn well if she loses her little boy, that child support stops. And you could tell she was upset because her blouse was all misbuttoned. And the cops get me out of the car and just start yelling at her. Excuse me, ma'am, is this your son? He's a little boy walking the streets at midnight. What is wrong with you? You should be nowhere near a child. Now take him back inside. And get him some bar cherries and martini olives so he has his fruits and vegetables. And they gave me back to her. And Mom was pissed. Cops drive away and she goes, what did I tell you? When I see police, I'm supposed to run. Right! Or what if they say, is your mommy an alcoholic? I say, no, she's just sad. And has an inner ear issue. That's my first memory in life. It's all right. I've made a lot of money off this shit. It's okay. Don't worry. And I look back on that, I always wonder, what would have happened had the cops taken me from her in that moment? I think I'd still be standing here. I'd just be doing brutal jokes about my foster parents. You can't stop being who you are. Here's the problem with this show and why it's my 10th one. These stories, I didn't know how, I have no normal stories. I have weird stories. You ever notice? I have just weird stories. Here's one about me getting kidnapped. Yeah, how do I segue to that? How do I set you guys up for that one? So after the bar incident, Mom realized she was mentally ill, she had an alcohol problem, was trying to raise a little boy, and she needed to change her life overnight. So she took that little boy and got rid of him. She sent him to Detroit to live with his great-grandparents. And people always ask me, Titus, you say you're a California boy, but you don't have a California attitude, you don't talk like a Californian, you talk too fast, you're kind of angry, why? And I always say, first rule of Detroit Kindergarten Fight Club is you don't talk about Detroit Kindergarten Fight Club. Second rule of Detroit Kindergarten Fight Club is I'm a little teapot, short and stout. You got a fucking problem? What? And I'm living with 2 85-year-old people from